Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Beth and I am here with another cross stitching update. So it is officially my second week into 12 starts of Christmas, and if you were here last week I did start 2 then, and this week I've started 4. I have 6 projects to show you total, and 4 of which are new starts. Now I probably could have started a 5th one or a 6th one, but a lot of the things that I have ordered for the projects that I wanted to start this month, I ordered them at the end of November, and a lot of the stuff is still not here, okay? One of those orders is from 123 Stitch, which is located in Texas, and I am also located in Texas. So normally when I order from 123 Stitch, I order one day, the next day it is shipped out, and most of the time, the day after that, I get it. That's how quickly I get things from 123 Stitch, and I ordered this stuff probably like the day before Thanksgiving, and it's still not here. It says it's going to be delivered today, but it's not out for delivery, so I don't know if it's going to. And then I also ordered, so in the 123 Stitch order, I have floss for 2 of the projects, because they both called for fancy floss, 2 of the projects that I want to start, and then I have fabric for 1 project that I want to start. And then I have another order coming from Hall's Hands Creates on Etsy. I ordered fabric for a Brenda Gervais project that I want to start, and then I also ordered fabric for this Christmas farm situation thing that I want to start as well, and those are also still not here, and I ordered those on Black Friday. And then I have another order coming from Pole Stitches, and I guess when I ordered that I didn't realize they weren't located in America, so that's on me that it's not here, and it might not be here before Christmas. So I made plans and filled in something else for that slot for my 12 starts, but I digress. You don't care. You don't care. Yeah. Let's go ahead and dive in. I have 6 projects again to show you. Do I have any? I think only one thing came in this week haul wise. I do have another project bag on the way, but again, it's somewhere in the postal system. But I ordered some Adam Hart thread bobbins. I watched Bridgen's video from the Museum Stitcher on her setup. So I officially restarted cross stitching, I think it was June of this year, and I was buying floss for each individual project. And if you've seen my projects, then you know that they're bigger projects. So most of them call for 40, 50 plus colors of floss. And so I would have my Stephen King house that has 50 colors. And then I would have Greenhouse of Oddities, which would have 40 something colors. And then I would have a Mirabilia, which has, I don't know, 25 colors. And then I would have my Heaven and Earth Designs that has 98 colors. And each project would get these, I would have them all on those clear acrylic floss, it looks like a teardrop. What do you call those? Anyway, and they would all be on floss drops and on a ring. But in the project bags, I'd pull it out and be this big mop of the red that was just so unattractive. And sometimes I would have to sit there and comb it out to whatever. And then I also noticed that every time I wanted to start a project, I couldn't start it. I would have to wait and get the floss for it, even though I knew I already had the floss. They're just all separated in different project bags. So earlier this year, I want to say I don't know, October, I was like, this is getting ridiculous. I'm tired of buying 47 different skeins of 310 and 14 skeins of 902 and 12 skeins of 314, because I had them, but they were all just in different, anyway, so I decided just to have a full set. And when I pull a project to work on, I just take the colors out, put it in the project bag, go work on it. When I'm done working on it, I go put it back up. And I just pull the couple colors that I need that I'm going to be working on that night. I like it better. I don't have to run to Joann or Hobby Lobby every time I want to start a new project. If it's not fancy floss, I know I can start it today, or I can work on it and not have to stress about having, you know, whatever. Anyway, all that to say, I did at first, or I currently have the bobbins that are from Hobby Lobby, and they're like these super, super, super thin, very cheaply made bobbins. They work, but you know. But I do miss having them on floss drops when it comes to convenience and having the thread already cut and whatever. And so I saw Bridgen's video on her master set of DMC, and I was like, you know what? Yes. So I ordered 1 bag of the Adam Hart thread bobbins. I'll insert a picture here because I don't want to get up and go get it. It's like 100 bobbins in a bag. I ordered just 1 bag because I'm gonna need 6 bags to do my full set, but I wanted to just try it out. And so I ordered the 1 bag. I'm gonna just try it out on a handful of colors, and I think it's gonna work out though. So I need to just go ahead and bite the bullet and buy 5 more bags and then get the Pip and Chip little labels, because I just labeled all of my bobbins currently with the DMC brand stickers from Hobby Lobby. I used to have a sticker maker and sticker paper and whatever. I can make my own labels because I have all the types of paper. I used to own a planner sticker shop, so I have all the supplies to make it myself, but who has the time? Anyway, I digress. That's the only like haul thing that has actually arrived since I last spoke. Was the thread bobbins from Adam Hart. It's like the clear frosted acrylic ones. Anyway, we're gonna upgrade our DMC situation. But yeah, let's go 10 minutes later, let's go ahead and dive in to the projects. So the first project that I started since I last spoke with you is my Christmas garden. This pattern comes from the Home for the Holidays book by Blackbird Designs. There's a lot of beautiful projects in this book, so 10 out of 10 recommend picking it up if you're at all interested. But this is Christmas garden, and I am doing it with the called for floss, and I'll show you that in a second. There was one in the back that I thought I was gonna start this year, but I think I'm gonna wait and maybe start that one next year because it calls for silks. And I know I can do my own conversion and use like Classic Colorworks or DMC, whatever, but I kind of want to do it with the silks. So I'm gonna wait until next, because I know if I order it now, I can guarantee you it will not get here by Christmas. So I'm just gonna wait on that and maybe do it for Christmas in July or something. But anyway, so this is my progress so far. I have a couple of needle minders, but for the most part, I just buy super, super strong needle minders off Amazon to the point where my needle and my scissors can stick and I don't lose. I just get tired of buying needle minders and they not being strong enough. And I think a lot of the times it's because the needle minders themselves aren't metal, and so the magnet is having to go through the plastic needle minder and then grabbing onto the needle, or the needle minder will be like all different shapes, and for some reason my floss would constantly get hung up on it. And so I was like, I need something that's just gonna do the job for me, and let that be that. So I went on to Amazon and I just ordered a big pack of super, super strong magnets, and I like. So here are the called for floss, which I realized I didn't order enough. So I had to place another order for more. So I'm hoping they are the same dye lot. I think it'll still be okay because of how, like, these are like variegated / they already look like they're 100 years old because of the colors that they are, if that makes sense. And they're very, like, I think it'll be okay even if they're not 100% the exact same color, because I did order these earlier this summer, so there's a chance. Whatever. Anyway, so I just, the called for colors, I don't know. Anyway, there's, there's that. So that was my third new start of my 12 starts of Christmas. This next project that I worked on was one that I started last week. I think I only got like maybe 400 stitches in it, which if it were to be a regular project, you'd definitely be able to tell, but because this is a full coverage, big mamma jamma, like 200,000 stitches kind of project, there's not a lot. Anyway, so I'm gonna put the picture here of what it is, and it's the Christmas barn, and I got it from Artisy. It's beautiful. It's gonna be for my son. It's gonna take me some years to stitch, but my plan is to gift it to him when he moves out on his own, and his birthday was last week and he just turned 4. So we have 14 years to get this done and framed. 14 plus, because I don't know if he'll move out exactly at 18. But anyway, this is going to be eventually stitched up for him as a big Christmas heirloom situation. I don't know. But here's a picture of what it looked like the last time you saw it. And again, you're probably not going to see much of a difference now. Okay, sorry, I was being paged, but maybe you can see. But I did get the point of the barn done, went down a little bit, and then I think I did a few stitches here where the horse is going to be, and I want to say I got like 400 stitches in that night. So a decent amount of progress, but because of the size of this project, I'm gonna need to put in more work for you to be able to see. But that is for my son, and it is again called the Christmas Barn from Artisy. Oh, and this is stitched on 25 count Easy Grid Lugana 1/1. I swear, he's worse than my children. Lay down, baby. Lay down. Kaisi, lay down. Okay. The next project was another new start, and this is one that I have been so excited to start, and I finally bit the bullet and ordered the fabric for it, because fabric for super big projects is not super cheap. Okay, and that is Halloween at Hawker & Hollow. This is what the project will look like in the end. I started in the middle right here with these 2 witches, and they are boiling a bat and a frog. And here is the progress that I made. I am stitching this on 40 count Heartland linen by Picture This Plus. It doesn't look like I got a lot done because the stitches are so small, but you guys, this is a lot. This is a lot of stitching, and I cannot wait to get this one going. Like, I want to make really good progress on this one because I love it. I was gonna say that I don't have technically any Halloween projects going. I do have my Stephen King house that isn't necessarily a Halloween project. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a huge reader, and Stephen King is one of my favorite authors, and so that one will most likely be hung or placed or whatever where my books are. In here, if we're still living here when it's done, or wherever we're living and wherever my books live. So it's not technically a Halloween project. And then I also have the Greenhouse of Oddities, which is kind of Halloween-y, but that one's more of like a for funsies cross stitch. I probably won't be, I might make it into something like a project bag or something. I don't think it's something that I would hang up in my home. Maybe when my kids get older and if they're into that, but anyway, so an actual Halloween project that is my vibe that I will be hanging up when I'm done is Halloween at Hawker & Hollow by, who's this by? Carriage House Samplings. Okay, this next project is another new start, and this one is gonna be for my daughter. So she doesn't have a Christmas tree in her room this year. Her and her brother actually share a room. They are 12 months apart, and when we moved into this house, My son was just a newborn and my daughter was 1, and so we were like, why? They don't need their own rooms. We're not going to be here forever. We're renting this house. We knew we were only going to be here for a short period of time. We are moving in March. So when we move in March, my kids then will get their own rooms. And so this year, she didn't get a Christmas tree in her room. They're still at the age where they tear everything up. You know what I mean? I put one of those like glass Christmas trees. You can get them at Hobby Lobby or whatever, but they kind of like mimic the old glass Christmas trees from like the 80s. I put one of those in their bathroom to test to see if I can put more decor in their bathroom, and they broke it literally the same day that I put it in there. So next year, she will get a Christmas tree in her room, and we'll see where my son's at. She just turned 5 and he just turned 4. She's like a little bit more, I don't want to say mature, but like mature than him. Anyway, so I'm planning to do like a pink themed tree for her because that is her favorite color. And then I thought like on her end table, she can have like a little decor Christmas thing. And we are also want to start a new tradition. We're going to do it next year of us going to see, me and my daughter, going to see the Nutcracker every year here in Houston in the ballet. And we didn't do it this year because she's not really, I don't know, like she will sit down and watch a movie, but I think she's still a little bit too young to be, I don't know. So we're going to start it next year, try. And this is also, I'm hoping to get this done by next year so it can kind of commemorate our first year going to the Nutcracker because it is a Nutcracker design. And this is by Soda Stitch, and it is just called the Nutcracker. And I am stitching this on 32 count crystal bashful Lugana by Picture This Plus, which is a light pink fabric opalescent. And I didn't spend too much time on this, maybe like part of a day. And I just did the inside border and started the Nutcracker. And there's like blank spots up here because ornaments go right there, so that's why the border's not connecting. But yeah, that's what I got done that day. It's gonna be super small and cute, and I figured I can just put it like a little white frame and it'll go next to her like pink Christmas tree that she's gonna have next year in her room. Yeah, and so that'll be for her. I don't know if you can tell. I also have a second piece of that same fabric. I want to do the Beauty and the Beast one on there, and if I put the Beauty and the Beast one in her room all year round, I can replace it with the Nutcracker during Christmas and then put the Beauty and the Beast one back. That's kind of like my idea, so I have both pieces of fabric in this bag. But I don't know if you can tell, but my love language that I tend to do for other people is gifting. I don't know, I just love making things and buying things for people. So a lot of my projects are actually not even for me. Anyway, let me stop rambling and dive into the next project. So this project is not one that I started for my 12 starts of Christmas. This is one that you actually haven't seen. I started this one, okay, I started it twice. So the first time I started this, I started it in July, but I started it on a piece of fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I think it's a 28 count, yes. But it is not easy grid or anything like that. And it's a full coverage, and it's so tiny. I was just getting, one, going cross-eyed, and two, I like to cross country when I do my full coverage, and it's really hard to do when it's not gridded. And I was just not enjoying this fabric, so I decided I need to take this needle minder and stuff off and get rid of this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get rid of this, but actually I'm gonna hold it in here until after I do my whip parade. But then I was like, no, I'm not enjoying it. My husband, this is for my husband. He picked it out actually. And my husband kept asking me, he was like, are you almost done with my deer? Or because he wants to hang it up at his office at work. And I was like, bro, no, I can't. I hate stitching on it because I hate the fabric. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna bite the bullet and buy new fabric. So I bought the 25 count Easy Grid Lugana, which is my go-to now for full coverages. And I restarted it on November the 24th. And this is Golden Fields, and the artist is Abraham Hunter. And I got the pattern from Artisy. And yeah, this is a full coverage, but this is a lot smaller than my other full coverages. I had already started this. Here's the picture I took, and because I'm only doing one color at a time on this project, I don't know if you can even tell the difference from then to today, but I did stitch on this for a day, a few hundred stitches, and yeah, I'm just trying to color complete. My dog wants back up here. I'm just trying to color complete the most, so like the color that has the most stitches, I'm gonna color complete that color, and then I'll go in and fill in other colors just so it can give me like a frame, because I like to cross country and stitch on what I feel like stitching on. I don't know, but this is where I'm at now, and that's totally upside down. This is where I'm at now. You can see like this is the body of one deer, here's the body of another deer. I can't wait to get it fully done. It's gonna be smaller. This is definitely a smaller full coverage, and it's for my husband. He picked it out, and I was like, yes, I will stitch it for you. My plan is to get it done by his birthday next year, which his birthday was also December the 8th, him and my son Jared's birthday. So have a year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, the next project is my last new start of, sorry if you can hear my kids, my last new start of the week, and that was a memorabilia. And this is, actually this came in this week, this fabric and this pattern, so technically this would be new acquisitions, but whatever, I've already started it. This is Royal Holiday, aka A Christmas Queen by Mirabilia. And I just love all the queens. So I was kindly gifted Queen of Freedom, which I am actually starting that one on my birthday as my birthday start. And then I got this one. I also have the pattern for, it's not the Queen Mermaid, it's the mermaid that actually is sitting in the queen position though. And the fabric for her is coming from Pole Stitches. I don't know if it'll be here on time, but I'm gonna start her as well. So I'm stitching this on Gingerbread Lugana 32 count by Picture This Plus, and I chose this because Heidi, I don't remember what her YouTube name is, I'll put it right here, but she stitched her on this fabric, and her finished queen is absolutely stunning. So I copied her and bought the same fabric that she bought, and this was a new start. So this is where I'm at. This was just a one-day stitch. I actually started this one on my husband's birthday. And I say that because my husband went out to a football game. His high school football team, we live in Texas, and high school football is very big in Texas. His high school football team is in like the state, whatever, I don't know football, but they played over here in Houston. And he was like, yeah, I'm going. And it happens to be my birthday. So he went with a friend to the whatever, and I stayed up late because he didn't get home till late. So I stayed up late stitching on this while he was at the football game. I don't know why you care. You don't care. Anyway, and then my last project is one that you have seen. And this is my Heaven and Earth. Remember the one that I was like, this is going to be my only big full coverage, my only big Heaven and Earth. And then now I have 2 Heaven and Earths and 2 Artises going. And then I have a 3rd Artisee that I'm going to start as soon as my 1, 2, 3 stitch order gets here with the fabric for my daughter. So yeah, I lied. I keep thinking about this one because I want to finish it soon. And I say soon, I want to finish it before 10 years because I really want to hang it up, and I want it to be like a core memory that my kids have at home, is like at Christmas time mom hung up her super ginormous Santa Claus, which I love Santa Claus. I'm gonna show you my Christmas tree. My Christmas tree is done in Santa Claus. I love stitching Santa Claus. I love the Santa Claus movies. I'm just a big die-hard Santa Claus fan. I've wanted to stitch this since I discovered cross-stitching back in 2016, and I finally started it, and it's barely got a little measly start. Anyway, it's called, what is it called? Portrait of Father Xmas by Dean Morrissey, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Aida Easy Grid. It's gonna be a ginormous project. And like, I kind of rigged up the, what do you call? I don't have a serge machine, whatever, so I did that myself. But I'm gonna try to find a picture of the last time you saw this. I have put in some stitches. It doesn't look like much because this is like 250,000 stitches. And I also took a couple hours, like, or maybe just an hour, taking it from my paper patterns and putting it into Markup RX or whatever it's called, because I was so curious. I went through an entire skein of 310 already and I still have so much more 310 to go. And I was like, how many 310 stitches are there? And so I put it in that. There is 57,000 310 stitches. Yeah, so anyway, here's what it looks like now. You can see, like, this is where I had been working. I did travel across because I was just curious, like, where it was going to end. And then I got so bored of stitching just 310. And then there's like a little bit of green in there that I was like, I want to start on his hat. So I did kind of start on the tippy top of his hat there. This was before I had the Markup RX or whatever it's called. But now that I have the Markup RX, like, on my iPad, I don't have to, like, I can easily just count the squares versus the paper. Anyway, so that's what that is. And I need to put in a lot of stitches because I really don't want this to be finished in 20 years. I would love for this to be finished in the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years. So this might be one of my focus pieces for 2024. I might designate this for every single Saturday of 2024 or something like that. Santa Saturday. I have a lot of Santas or Christmassy things, but there's that. That is my heaven and earth. So, like, I have, you'll see in my whip parade, I have that one going, and then I also started another one that you haven't seen that I actually started in 2016. I got like 2 pages of it done. Then when I lost all of my cross-stitching projects and stuff from then, I constantly think about it all the time, and I rebought it and I restarted it, and that one's for me, and it's not Christmas, but you'll see it in my whip parade. And yeah, so those are all the projects that I worked on this week. My kids are so loud. I'm so sorry. They're like right there in the living room. Hey. So those were all the projects that I worked on this week. Let's talk about plans for a second. We have about 2 weeks until Christmas, so I need to fit in 6 more starts between now and Christmas. I know I'm going to be doing Queen of Freedom on my birthday. And then I have that Brenda Gervais project, Winter Rose Manor, I think it's what it's called, that I'm waiting on my fancy floss for in my fabric. And then I'm doing the Beezy Spring. I'm doing a full coverage for my daughter. I have another Mirabilia kitted. I feel like there's one more that I have. They're playing with magnetiles. They like to build a tower and knock it over. If you heard that, that's what that was. So I need to figure out one. Oh, no, I have the country Christmas thing. I'll insert a picture here that I'm going to do. It's like 9 patterns that you buy, and I'm piecing them all on one piece, and I'm going to do that. I have the first 3. I'm waiting on the fabric and the fancy floss. So those are like the 6 new starts that I want to start between now and Christmas. And then I want to squeeze in more time on my Heaven and Earth Santa. And then also I started a Santa by Lavender and Lace. Let me grab it. It is in an actual project bag by Goose. I have 4 project bags. I have another order from Goose coming in for a project bag for my Hawkrun Hollow project. But anyway, so that's, and it has Santas on the inside. This is what this Santa is going to eventually look like. Did you know that I am a hoe for Santa? And this is where I'm at, and I'm hoping, I'm going to work on this today, but I'm hoping I can get a lot more of this done. I would love for this. I don't have any finishes of 2023. Again, this is probably my smallest project that I have going right now. So I don't have any finishes for 2023. So I'm hoping this one could potentially be a finish depending on how much more I get done. I feel like I've got the bulk. No, I have his head to do and stuff. Anyway, this is where I'm at now. Compared to when you last saw it. This is such a... Oh! Lavender and Lace. I've got to get more of their Christmas done. There's the Oh Christmas Tree, I think is what it's called, that I want. There's one with Santa and like a pug. My dog is a pug and he's... snorting. And there's one with like, did I say Santa with like all these woodland creatures that I want? Ugh. And then I really want the Spirit of Christmas. Is it? No, Santa's Magic by Mirabilia, but we'll see. I'm just obsessed. Obsessed. So this is one that I'm going to try to focus on this week, along with 2 or 3 new starts. My birthday is Sunday, so I'm also going to be, you'll be seeing me start Queen of Freedom. By then, I have the Pledge of Allegiance fabric for her to go on. Oh, I cannot wait. She's so beautiful. Anyway, so those are kind of like my plans, if you will. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you next Monday. I'll do another update. And then I'll do another update the day after Christmas, kind of wrapping up all of my starts and stuff that I did for December. And then at the end of December, I'll do a whip parade, a plans video, because I'm starting a new rotation. I may throw in a book video of like my favorite books of 2023. Let me know if you're into that. Let me know. Yeah, and that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was I am a very scatterbrained type of person. If you know me in real life, you know that when I have a conversation with you, we're gonna have like 75 conversations before we get to the end of the very first conversation that we were having, because that's just how my brain works. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Stay warm, stay blessed, and stay stitching.